Well, ladies and gentlemen, Obama, he's back talking again. The Democrats enrolled him out as we talked about before. And the reason why we're talking about Obama today is that he's out now starting the same old that they tried to start last time in the 2020 election. And I will predict that the words disinformation, misinformation will be used so much. But let's go ahead on and get into talking about Obama because I knew although this was coming because Biden is not doing great in the polls at all. His support with black people has cratered. I mean, big time. So Obama, he went back to Chicago, and on Wednesday, he said he warned of the weaponization of disinformation across the world, while also urging social media and tech companies to be more transparent about how they are monitoring content that is leading to violence. Now, most people that get on the internet, they're not being violent toward anybody. Sure, you got people that have done it, but the average everyday user, you have billions of users on these social media websites. No one is being violent. See, let me tell y'all something. Y'all have to understand the words they're using, okay? They're literally making things up constantly, especially when it comes to you voting. This is the most important election. Oh, this is the most important. Have you noticed that every election is the most important election? Not one election has been a regular election. Oh, democracy. Oh, democracy is on the ballot. Oh, my God. Y'all black people better come out and vote and save the democracy. Save it from what? And save it from whom? They never say save it from what and save it from whom. Because last time I checked, y'all was in leadership. So why do we need to come out and save anything? See, they can't use Trump now. They can't, oh, Trump this and Trump that, and oh, the race is this and the race is that. They can't do that because for the past almost 2 years, it's been underneath Democrat leadership. Democrats had the House, Democrats had the Senate. And look at where we at today. Okay? So I knew when they rolled old Obama out, I knew some of these things was coming. Continuing. It said Obama spoke at length about his concerns about over a trifecta of the loss of local journalism, the nationalization of anger-based journalism, and the growth of social media companies making profits off of conflict. First of all, let's get to them making profits off of the conflict. Social media makes profits off of a whole lot of things. Okay, what about all this content that's out there that's targeting children? That's not right. You're not talking about that. Oh, I forgot. Y'all soft on people who want to harm children. Got it. About especially your current Supreme Court justice that you just confirmed yesterday. Got it. You're not talking about the toxicity, that goes on online with all the I hate the black man, I hate the black woman videos. You don't talk about the toxicity of that and how social media companies are making so much money off of that it incentivizes people to do it. Even if these people don't even believe in what they're saying, but they incentivize to do it because you make a lot of money. I could turn around tomorrow and make content like that. Now I probably would double and triple what I make. But you know what? For what I've learned, based being in this for 10 years, your principles need to stay where they are and be integrous and do what you believe in. Because when you're just doing things just to get money, it don't last very long. Because, they're going to switch something up on you, then what? You're going to be known for doing one thing, and then when you try to switch up, you know what I'm saying? People are not going to really accept it too much from you because, hey, that's how you started with, you hate the black man, you hate the black woman just to get some money. Now he talks about the nationalization of anger-based journalism. What you mean anger-based journalism? Well, let's ask a question for black people. Mr. Obama, let's just ask this question. Should black people be happy about their position in America right now? Should they? Black people went out and voted for the Democrats in large numbers during the last election. And the only ones who benefited, who were black, was the Democrat shields. They all got a bag. But the rank and file black person got nothing. Matter of fact, the rank and file black person had to sit back and watch every other group get protection and money while black people got symbolism politics. Understand? It's not just black people who are upset. There are white people that are upset, very upset. They're upset definitely with y'all because y'all pushing all this LGBT things on children right now. The inflation, that's pretty bad right now. Understand? Very, very, very bad. Food prices up, gas prices up. This is all underneath the Democrat watch. And so if people are discussing those issues and they're not happy about it, well, why don't you change it? See, you want people just to lie and smooth things over. And that's what this is about. Now, the reason why you have a quote unquote loss of local journalism and even the mainstream white media is because y'all fake, y'all phony. And people see right through y'all. Y'all lie. Y'all, you talking about misinformation, disinformation. Y'all the one do that crap. It's not people on social media. People on social media tell you the truth. Listen, the people on the so-called news outlets who got all the money, y'all will tell a person about a bill and you won't read the bill at all. So people can find out exactly what's in the bill. Like the other night, we went through the Emmett Till, Anti-Lynching Act bill, right? On the Black Congregation channel. We took our time to go through that bill. The next stream I'm going to do on that channel, we're going to go through the Don't Say Gay bill. That's going to be next. We're going to go through that bill and find out what's really in that bill. Because what the mainstream media do, put out misinformation. They tell you just a little bits and pieces and they ride down on it. But when you actually go through the bill and find out what's in it, it lets people know, okay, now this is what's in it. So we definitely going to go through that Don't Say Gay bill out of Florida because we got to go through that, okay? People ain't putting up with the lies no more, Obama. Yours either, but we've been knowing you lie. Now, continue. He said he also believes platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube appear to have some insight into of what's more likely to prompt insurrectionist, white supremacist, misogynist behavior, internet bullying. Oh, here they go. See, this is the trick bag language too they use. Oh my God, the white supremacists and the insurrectionists, Jesus, they gonna get you. And the misogynists and the internet bullying, all the boogeyman on social media. We gotta save you off of the boogeyman, and you black people gotta come out and vote because we gonna save you. But yeah, you in office, you didn't save us. You ain't protect us from the white supremacists since you've been in office. Obama, you had 8 years, sir. You didn't protect us from no white supremacists. Matter of fact, black folk was attacked more during the 8 years of Obama than the 4 years of Trump. They was retaliating on us because of you being in office and you being the president. Every time black folks came to you, well, I'm not the president of just black people now. I'm the president of everybody. I can't just do anything. But then when Trump get in office, he started doing executive order after executive order. The moment he got there, he showed you that you was a freaking liar. You had the same power that Trump had. Now he continues, well, they seem to know, talking about social media companies, what it is. We don't want to be policing everything that's on the internet, but what they haven't been forthcoming on is what their product designs are. Why would they give that to you? That's their trade secrets. If they give it to you, then it's public knowledge because you're giving it to the government, right? When it becomes public knowledge, guess what? People that got money, let's say the Chinese will get exactly their model and copy it and build exactly what they got, for verbatim. You know how the Chinese are. The Chinese is definitely the copy and paste society. And they made a lot of money copying and pasting and offering it cheaper. He continued to say, and there are ways in which a democracy can rightly expect them to show us in the same way that any other product. No, they don't have to show you crap. Now, he continued at a, event that he was at called Disinformation and the Erosion of Democracy. Well, like I said before, the biggest people that participate in disinformation and misinformation has been politicians and the mainstream white corporate media. Those are the people who erode democracy. You want to say that is them. Now, he continued to say that post-World War II, there was consensus on standards within journalism, regulatory guidelines for industry to follow. And he said it was possible for them to have a debate between the left and right in which we differ strongly on substance, but we agreed on the process. Say, what we have seen is a breakdown of that consensus, and what we've seen in the shift in technology, who controls these platforms in ways that are not transparent, and that has contributed to anger, a sense in which we are no longer operating by the same rules or on the same facts. Now, what Obama's not liking is the wild, wild west of the internet. See, at one point in time, Obama and all the politicians could just lie to you and you would believe it. Let's say when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have access to go look at a bill. Like talking about let you go to the library and know exactly how to look all this stuff up. You understand? Now, whatever they saying to you, we can go double check and triple check. And then we can come back and say, wait a minute, you lying, or man, you're telling a half truth, man. See, they don't like that. These corporations don't like it. Definitely the politicians don't like it because they try to control the narrative. Listen, do you remember not too long ago, they talked about all the money that the Biden administration gave out to these so-called black media organizations to promote, the situation with the virus. You know what I'm talking about? All of them got paid to promote that. So if they got paid to promote that, they're also paid to promote you to definitely paid to promote you to get out there and vote. This is why the Democrat shield media tries to shame you and all that, because they're paid to do so. They're paid and you get nothing. Now, Obama, he continued. He was talking about, Putin and all of that, which, okay, when Putin was when he was in office, he didn't really do much about, Putin. Let's call it what it is. I remember that picture that him and Putin was staring each other down and all of that. And, that picture looked like, if Obama was really respected, that would be an iconic photo, but we just know what Obama turned into with that picture. I'm saying, come on, Obama, you just doing some theatrics. But they're saying that Obama is slowly reemerging in public life as Democrats need his help during a crucial midterm election year. They say Obama is planning a sit-down interview with NBC Today, meteorologist Al Roker on the 13th, to talk about the environment and his new Netflix documentary, Our Great National Parks. Now, they also say that he's also taken noted interest in disinformation during the Trump administration and in the post-Donald Trump years. They say he's scheduled to give a keynote address on disinformation on April 21st at Stanford University. Okay, so why am I covering this today? Why? Because this the deal, ladies and gentlemen. As we get closer and closer to these midterms, okay, the Democrats, because they cannot defeat you based on your talking points. They don't have the ear of the people. They don't have the trust or respect of the people. They're going to do two things. They're definitely going to, they already kind of ratcheting up the attacks from the Democrat shield media, the Boulay Martins, the Joy Reids, the Tiffany Cross, all those people like that, right? So they making sure to pay them to attack us, okay? Also, the Democrat shield media is going to be on the side of trying to, finesse you once again to voting for the Democrats. And on the back end, what they're going to try to do is pressure these social media companies to start shadow banning or outright banning certain posts, from people when they're going too hard, on Biden and things like that. I expect that to come because with these, the Democrats have always done has pushed censorship on anybody that really talks about what they do and what they don't do. You have to understand the authoritarian Democrats is who they are. They are very authoritarian. Obama wants to know the ins and outs, and the Democrats. Obama represents the Democrats. So the Democrats wants to know the ins and outs of social media. So basically how they can control and shadow ban and mess with people's posts and give you an example. So I had noticed on my channel, my main channel since November, something wasn't right. I knew someone right on my channel for the past going on 5 months, and we never switched up our, content. Now I know some things, which I've been told in the background about, trusted people that I know some people, don't want to see as many contributors. They wanted to see me, and that's great and that's awesome. That people, definitely have a particular loyalty to want to see me like that. In which, like I said, I'm switching some things up, and I actually have switched some things up on that main channel where that can definitely be more for a reality. But I had a brother that sent me some screenshots, um, and he said he been trying to click the notification bell for a year, and it said that he couldn't do it because the content was made for kids. Where and I showed that the brother, I say, no, my whole channel is not set for kids. I know what the restrictions are on that. So that's a lie. Then he showed me another screenshot where it says something about his conversation was too something. It was some comment about his conversation where he couldn't do it. And it was only, see, it's little things like that. And like, I'm glad I caught it, because now I know, because my thing is, what I do, I go right to him and I make him give me an answer why. You gonna show me why the deal is. And like I tell people, it's not all the time that it's the top of any social media company. Do you remember, like with Trump, they had took down his YouTube, not his YouTube, wrong one. They took down his Twitter one time, and it was a rogue employee that did it. Now the person was leaving the company, and the person deleted Trump's Twitter. Of course, they put it back up, right? You remember that I had got my particular channel hacked one time. I know y'all remember that my channel went down. Well, for a few days, I got that back up. Like I said, I know I'm being effective in certain ways because how they try to attack me, but I'm always fighting. You know what I'm saying? Well, they don't like the information I put out. This is why they try to suppress, even my content. For the past 5 months, I've been noticing it's been suppressed. It's never been like that before. But you can have somebody talking about, but what was being promoted, you could talk about Will Smith 100 times a day. I mean, okay, fine. It happened with Will. Okay, cool. Got it. I've talked about it. I've said different things, definitely on the Phillip Scott Show channel. I've done that, and in different aspects of it. And, okay, Will just checked into rehab, in which I'm glad he did that. Because he's definitely, his PR people definitely had told him to do that for sure. But how much more are we going to talk about Will Smith? I mean, but that's what they want to reward. They want to reward you talking about Will Smith all day to keep you distracted, because that's kind of what it is. If you're focusing on Will 24/7, you're not focusing on what the Democrats are doing. Now, I'm not like most people, because I can see what Will doing and talk about it and then talk about the Democrats at the same time. But most people, not me. Most people focus on one thing at a time. You understand? And as long as we caught up on what Cardi B is doing and Megan Thee Stallion is doing and whoever else, right? And not paying attention to them, that's the society they want. That's why they want a dumbed down society. They want you dumb. They want you to caught up on entertainment and what feels good. This is why they want you to have marijuana legalization, so you can be high all the time, so you don't pay attention to what these Democrats are doing. And anybody who exposing the Democrats or the Republicans, don't matter which one, they are going to be looked at as a threat. They're going to be looked at as that. Now, have they ever, the Democrats or any government officials, tried to ever come to me and say, hey, I gave you $500,000? No, they haven't done that. They have not done that. They have not approached me in that manner. They have not. And anybody can approach me and say, hey, we would like to fund some things with you. And I'm like, okay, well, you fund, just better understand that you don't control nothing. If you do that, you giving a love offering when you come. It's not no control. If you want control, you can keep your money. I'm a firm believer of that. Keep your money where it's at. But this is going to ratchet up, because like I said, we are in April. They only got not too long, because the way time is passing, we're April the 8th already by the recording of this video. And they gonna try everything they can to come at us. So y'all in the grassroots black media, get ready, because they coming. Be ready. People that's in the comment sections, you like the people, make sure you check for their content every day, including mine. Make sure you like the content, leave comments. Make sure you click the notification bell. If you for some reason can't click that notification bell, especially with our channels, if it say not for kids, that's a lie. Because I'll never put my channels that. Screenshot that, send that to me. Because the more information I get, like the brother sent it to me on my Instagram. Yeah, send it to me like that. Send me the screenshot. Let me see it. That way I can come at them, like I said, and I can find out what's going on. Because trust me, that's how I got my channel back the first time. Is that I was told what happened. I have certain people that I do talk to in YouTube, here and there, and they've been cool with me. So I went to them and they helped me get the channel back quick. So let us know. Let us know, because not everybody is against what we're talking about. Believe it or not, they're not. Some people understand what we're talking about. Even some white folks understand what we're talking about. I got some white people that follow me and donate every month and everything just as much as black people do. Because they say, man, I get it. I understand it. You got to fight. That's what's right. And there's been some white folks that's been on the right side of history in America. Now, are they talked about? No. They act like they're forgotten. You know what I'm saying? They never promote those white people. You notice that in America, when they talk about America's not a racist country, they never bring up those white people that fought for black people. They never do it because they don't want to. They don't want to. But yeah, get ready. Get ready, because Obama and the Democrats are about to pull their stunts. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the podcast this morning. We greatly appreciate it. It's your first time coming here. As we said, click that like button. Make sure you subscribe. That way when we starting our podcast and everything. One thing we want to make sure that, like we say before, help us with love offerings. It's greatly appreciated. It goes into good ground. It helps us to continue, because love offerings circumvent them messing with channels too. Now this channel is doing pretty good. It's no problem, right? They ain't messing with this one. Thank God, right now they're not. But love offerings always going to circumvent any messing with anybody's channel. So if people are giving big amounts to I hate the black woman, I hate the black man videos, I think that's some trash content personally. But unfortunately, a lot of people will support that. And I still don't understand why. I can't just keep hearing about I hate the black man, I hate the black woman. I mean, okay, you don't like them, fine. Now what? I think I probably should even just do a video on that. I think on the Phillip Show channel. Like, okay, you just said it enough times. You don't get tired of that crap. I don't know. I just get tired of hearing it and seeing it pop up in feeds. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't get it. But anyway, thank you for coming over here, ladies and gentlemen. We see you next time.